good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Welcome to Tube. Hope you're well today. Hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Getting ever so more musical these intros, Dave. Anyway, today's video, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've been asked a few times over the last year or so of what are my, what are my philosophies on music and this, that, and the other, and I thought, well, that kind of comes down to kind of one subject of kind of like, what does the guitar and music mean to me? You know, my philosophy on music come from that. So that's why this video is entitled What Music and Guitar Means to Me. So this is going to be a bit of a talking video. I wanted to put some playing in, hence a little spacey jam at the beginning. I don't like to do a video where I don't play. And although I've got a guitar with me, which I always do because I just feel lost without a guitar, especially this one. I don't like the idea of not actually having any playing in a video. It just feels a bit weird, you know. It just feels wrong more than anything else. Anyway, so yeah, this video is entitled "What Does Music and Guitar Mean to Me?" Simple, straight answer, no beating around the bush, and to the point, is everything. It literally means everything. It's all I want to do, and it's all I've ever wanted to do since I first started to pick up the guitar back in 2002. It's music, and the guitar speaks to me on a level that nothing ever else has, and through that it's given me a lot of kind of different views on music and the guitar, which I'll get to. I hope this video doesn't get boring, by the way. If it does, then you can come around and you can tell me that was really boring, Dave. But yeah. So where are we? Yes, music. What does it mean to me? Okay, so so yeah, it does. It really does mean everything. The guitar means everything to me. It really is the only thing I've ever picked up where I felt like I belong somewhere. That might sound a bit silly, but it really does. Music makes me feel like I belong. Makes me feel like I'm here for a purpose. I'm here for a reason. And before I had the guitar, I didn't know. I didn't have that. I had through, if you follow this channel long enough, then you'll know about what happened at school to me at school and whatnot. And through that kind of gave me a feeling of worthlessness. I felt totally worthless, and I felt like, well, I'm not here for any purpose. I'm not living, I'm not breathing, I'm not existing for any purpose. I'm existing just, in the words of Jimi Hendrix, I'm doing nothing but existing. Absolutely nothing. And so I should be saying that over this. Nothing but existing. Nothing but existing. But anyway, but yeah, that's what I felt. After school, I felt like I was just existing for no real reason, and I was heavily depressed. I wanted out. And then the guitar came along, music came along, and it saved me in every possible way it possibly could happen. The 6 strings and a couple of wires and an amp and a lead and noise and the music saved me from not being here now talking to you lovely people out there. So, and through doing that, I kind of came to realise that music has such a deep connection with everyone, regardless of what style, genre, whatever you like. Music is everything. It's like what John Frusciante says, music is the face of God, and I would totally agree with that, because it's the thing that I would look on. It is a very, when you play, you want it to be a transformative thing, really. You want what's inside you that's bugging you, that making you feel sad, or making you feel angry, or making you feel kind of happy or whatnot. You want to be able to share that with the world, and through one of these things you can, and through music you can, and it's just a case of getting it out. And that takes time sometimes. You can't pick up a guitar and express yourself immediately. It doesn't work that way. It takes a while to connect to that deeper level of music and guitar playing. I feel. I mean, I'm sure some people connect quicker than others, and some people connect longer than others. But you will eventually connect to it. And everybody, I'm sure everybody who's watched this channel has played something or heard something playing on the guitar, and it's just moved them, like to or to a point of tears, to a point of whatever. And that happens all the time with me with certain artists like John Frusciante, and Jimi Hendrix and Roy Gallagher and Peter Green and people like that. They just constantly, the sound doesn't just go in the ears and go, oh, that's good, like some music does, like to some of us. I mean, we can't like everything. We're humans. We're not going to like everything. That's just the way that is. But their music doesn't just go in the ears. It goes in the ears and just goes through my entire being, so to say, and it resonates on a certain level. And I've spoken about this before, that if to play something or to learn something, it has to. I've got to feel that, and that's and this got me thinking. And I was because I've been into John Frusciante and Jimi Hendrix such a long period of time. Listening to interviews with them, I totally agree with what they say when they talk about music, because it's such a powerful force, comes from somewhere else. I'm not talking kind of like I don't really know what I'm talking, because I don't really understand it. All I know is wherever it comes from, I'm very grateful for it. This is going to sound very zen and very kind of strange, I'm sure, but it really is. I mean, John Frusciante talks about like spirits talk to him, and the lights, and they tell him how to do things and what to do and this, that, and the other. And Jimi Hendrix said he would see colours and other things, and that and John Frusciante talks about like things being projected into him. He's just a conduit for this sound to come out. Something else is kind of like almost puppet mastering him. Like it's almost like he's the puppet on the string. The person who's got hold of the top of the strings, making him go, is the one who's got all the energy, and he's forcing it out through him because it can. And I feel that's very true with music. It's a very when you play and you shut your brain off, and I'm sure quite a lot of you have experienced this, when you play and you just shut your brain off and you're just playing unconsciously in front of a crowd, at home, wherever, it becomes almost, well, it doesn't become almost, it does become otherworldly. It's totally something else beyond reality. And this is going to sound really strange. I hope it's, I hope you don't think I'm a nutcase. I mean, I am, but But anyway, lock me away in a padded cell forever and throw it a key. Anyway, it's weird, but yeah. But no, it does. Playing the guitar, if you ever just close your eyes and you just play, and let the music just grab you, and let it take you away. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about who's watching, who's looking at you, what faces you're pulling, what position you're in, or whatever stupidity you're getting. You think you might be getting yourself into. If you just let music grab you and take you away, and let the guitar take you away, then that experience does become otherworldly. You are no longer part of the 9-to-5 everyday world. And I do apologise about the noise outside. They're building a garage, and I did crank up the marshals earlier on and say, you got to be quiet now, I'll keep doing this, and I was just bashing an A chord, but they threw rocks at me. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, seriously, when you just turn your mind off and you just play, that's when you get that high. It's a real amazing feeling of, like I said, otherworldliness. And if you watch people like Jimi Hendrix and John Frusciante and Peter Green, although unfortunately there's not a lot of footage of Peter Green, and Rory Gallagher, they are not thinking about what they've just done or what they're going to do. They are thinking about what they're doing now. What are they trying to do now? What are they trying to express now? And I think the best footage of this happening is Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix. He's not there. Jimmy is playing in the Fillmore East in front of his marshals with a band of gypsies, in front of all those people, but he's not present in that moment. He is gone. And wherever he's gone is coming out of his guitar. All the aggression, all the sadness, all the anger is just flowing out of the guitar. You know, there's that first note he hits and the solo, and it just sustains, and he's got his eyes shut and he doesn't move. He just stands there and plays with his eyes shut, and he's just gone. And it just means so much. I mean, that period of time, it says so much about that period of time back. That song is just absolutely insane. And Lenny Kravitz said, Machine Gun isn't a guitar solo. It doesn't have a guitar solo, sorry. Machine Gun is a man bearing his soul to the world. And I can't think of a better way to phrase it. So thank you, Mr. Lenny Kravitz, for that, because it is true. And it's such a heavy feeling from Machine Gun. And you get the same when you listen to All Over Now, any Peter Green kind of song. There's just something in there playing. It's otherworldly. It's beyond our being. It's beyond our ability to understand as well. We can't understand music, and I think that's why it's such a beautiful creation. Music is we don't understand it. We just know how it makes us feel, and that's all that matters. When you pick up the guitar and you play, it's got to mean something. It can't just be widdly, 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 look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, go, my head swells, woo! Can't be any of that. It's got to mean something. You listen to people like Dave Gilmour and they do that one bend. It means so much to them and to the music and to the people listening and the fans and everybody. And it goes beyond reality because it takes you out of reality. Jimi Hendrix would always start his gigs by saying, you know, forget about today and tomorrow, forget about any bad things that have happened during the day. This is your little world tonight. And that's the thing that I feel you've got to get into with music. You've got to escape reality, because that's where your music will blossom, and that's where music does blossom, and that's where everyone wants to be. Unfortunately, with the age of technology and people going to concerts and filming things, which is really, really cool because you get to see things you would never get to see. You know, back in the day, we'd have got to see footage of Jimi Hendrix and Peter Green that we'd never get to see. But with the advent of that becomes distraction. And if you're watching the concert through your phone, filming, you're distracting yourself from the music. You're not letting the music go inside you because you're watching it through your phone. You know, you're not living in that moment, which is so important with music. You've got to live in that moment with music. That song, that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes is your entire life, especially if you're playing it. And even if you listen to it, it's got to mean everything. If you go, I remember, as an example, when I saw Pearl Jam play live, and they did Black. Black has always meant so much to me. That song means so much to me. It's one of my all-time favourite songs. And I never mention it. For some reason, it never occurs to me to mention it. I don't know why. But it's one of those all-time favourite songs of mine because it means so much to me, especially the last kind of verse. I know someday you'll have, you know, that one. It means so much to me. And watching them do it live, and then watching Mike McCready play a solo, and watching how gone he was in the music. And again, I watched. There was only a few phones out at that time when I saw Pearl Jam. There wasn't many phones out and about. I just remember just listening and just before I knew it, my eyes had shut and I was watching. I was just listening. I wasn't watching at all. I wasn't. There was just this sound. There's just this music coming, and it just was happy, sad. It just brought every emotion out in me that it possibly could, and I think it's just an amazing thing. And you know, I say with music and guitar playing, you've got to be able to shut your brain off and just focus on the now. It's hard. It's really, really hard to do, especially today with all the distractions of this, that and the other. It's really hard and difficult to turn your brain off and just get lost in your playing, in the music in general. It's really, really hard. It is really, really hard. But the moment you do, you do become disconnected from the world and all the problems of it and all the ugliness of the world. You become totally disconnected from it. And that's freedom. That's when you find the freedom to just be. You know, you're not worrying about anything other than... Well, you're not worrying about anything at all. You are just... you're existing to emote and to make other people feel good about their existence, as well as you feeling good about your existence, and you feel you belong, you matter, and that's, you know, that's what music can do. It makes you feel, yeah, it gives you a purpose. It gives you, you know, it gives you that ability to be, and you know, and it like I say, it takes a while. Some people will connect on that level quicker than others, but you will get there. And, you know, it's a whole case of just shutting your eyes and going somewhere else. John Mayer talked about it in an interview as well. He said, like, you know, when you get over that initial, I want to show off with the guitar, you know, and you watch people like Jimi Hendrix and John Frusciante and just watch how they play, and they're just pulling faces, they're getting into all sorts of positions, and they just are not present in the world at that point in time. They're present in the music at that time. That's where all musicians should aim to go. I personally believe, because that's what music is. It gives us the ability to feel, act, express whatever we want to express. When Jimi Hendrix is dive bombing his guitar in the Star Spangled Banner and really digging into the guitar and it's sounding horrendous and that's exactly what he means. If it sounds horrific, that's what it means, because that's, you know, that's what it is. That's, you know, those dive bombs are supposed to imitate the sound of falling bombs, hence the name. You know, they are sadness and anger, the fact of, you know, these bombs dropping on innocent people and blowing innocent people up, and that sound, that just clanging sound of the guitar is just expressing that sadness and anger and all that out, and you can hear it so well in that Star Spangled Banner and in Machine Gun as well. Machine Gun is terrifying guitar playing, because it's not really guitar playing. It's whatever's inside Jimmy just flowing out. It's just music. It's just expression. You know, it's beyond just scales and notes. It's a feel unlike anything else, and that brings me on to another thing I want to talk about. It's not going to be a massive long video, this one. I just want to kind of get some of this out, because some people have asked, and, you know, I say hopefully it's not boring. I hope you don't mind me just yammering on for a bit. But that brings me into a whole feel thing. Feel is everything in music. You need to feel what you're playing. You have to feel it. You have to feel every note, every chord, and you have to attack it with whatever emotion you have. If you're feeling sad, you know, you invariably won't play happy sounding stuff, really. You know, if you're feeling sad, you're either going to dig in really hard or just be really gentle. You know, and it all comes out in different ways, like I'm not going to tell you what I was thinking about then, because it's too upsetting. But that's what you want to express. Those emotions you can dig into in you know, the things that have happened to you in the past or things that are happening to you now. Just vent them out. Anger, aggression, sadness, grief, whatever it is, get it out. It will come out through this thing. It gives you that ability to be free of it. And it also gives other people who are watching or listening the ability to feel that emotion that you're putting out, and 9 times out of 10 they'd have felt it at some point as well, and they'll relate to it, and they'll go, I get it. You know, they'll get it. They'll understand what you're trying to say. They'll totally understand what you're trying to say with your guitar and your music, and then that sticks with them forever. You know, and the simpler normally sometimes the better, because it just shredding and willy is really, you know, it's technically cool. It really is. I mean, I can't deny I love playing fast every now and again. It's just really cool to do. It sounds intense and insane, but it doesn't say as much as Jimi Hendrix or Dave Gilmour playing one note in the right place when they feel they have to say what they have to say. It's really weird, but you've got to say something with your instrument. You've got to say something with the guitar, the bass, the drums, whatever instrument you play, piano, whatever it is. You've got to express. You've got to emote. It can't just be going through notes and scales and chord patterns and this, that, and the other. It's got to mean something. Otherwise, you are just going through the motions. You've got to connect on a really deep level with music to push it out, and through doing that, you'll be able to make people, other people, as well as yourself, feel more accepted, wanted, loved, whatever. You know, you'll make them feel something. If they're angry at something, and you're angry at something, and you play something angry, your anger that comes out of your guitar or your bass or whatever will connect with that person, and they will feel it, and they go, you know what? And it's a lovely thing to not feel alone in something. You know, to not feel alone in anger, depression, sadness, anxiety, whatever it is. You know, it's lovely not to feel alone, and that's what you can do with the guitar, and that's what guitar means to me, is that ability to connect to everyone watching this video and everyone I'm playing to, or playing with, on that level. I want when I play, I get really hard on, like, down and hard on myself when I feel I haven't made a connection with people. If I'm not connecting, or if I'm playing, you know, if you're playing and you think you're playing really badly and you're just not connecting, I want to take people with me in the music. I feel like I'm a failure if I can't take people with me with my guitar playing, because I'm not doing my job well enough. You know, I play guitar. I'm a musician. That's what I do. That's what we all do. And it's to do it to an extent where I'm happy with it. I have to feel like I'm making a difference, you know, and connecting with people and getting this music out there in the best possible way I can, to the point where I even if one person goes away from the gig or a video or whatnot and feels, you know what, I feel really good after that, I'm doing my job properly. And I get really hard and upset at myself when I feel I haven't done that. And because I that's what music means to me. It means everything. It's my entire life. It's my entire existence. It's why I'm here. This is why I'm here, and I have to get what's inside out. And through doing that, like I said, if I can help somebody or make somebody feel better about themselves or their position, and just give them purpose and reason to be and exist, then I'm doing my job as a musician. You know, it's all well and good being flashy and showy-offy, but music has the ability to save, soothe, and heal people. Stevie Ray Vaughan said, you know, blues music is the music that soothes, and all sorts of music is just, it's regardless of the style, whatever it is, if it just gives, if you feel it, then you've got it. You know, that's it. That's everything. That's the entire thing. So, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I really hope this is making sense. I hope I'm not just kind of like waffling on. I mean, and I hope it's, you know, I hope there might be something, you know, to take away in this video. But I really do feel that, like, you know, when you become like totally oblivious to what you're playing note-wise and scales, and you're no longer thinking of the fact of, oh, this is an E minor song, so I can play E minor pentatonic and G major pentatonic, and I can use these shapes and use these notes. As soon as you go, right, forget that, boom, and just feel what the song's saying. What is that song saying? What are those chords saying? What does that make me feel? What do the lyrics make me feel? And how am I going to express what I feel in this song? If it's a really aggressive song, like if it's a punk track or something like that, and you know, you're going to want to get aggressive with it, because that's the way it makes me. Way it makes you feel. That's the way it make me feel. So if it's sad and slow, then what sad memory is it conjuring up in your head, and how can you emote and express that through this? Is it just going up to your amp and letting the guitar feed back and dive bombing it, or literally, just letting the guitar feed back on a note, whether it's in tune or it's out of tune, whether it could be like really flat and kind of horrible. But if that's what you want to say with that note, if you want make people to feel uncomfortable because that's the way you feel, that's what you do. That's that connection with music. Yeah, if I feel uncomfortable, I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable. If I feel sad, I'm going to make you feel sad. If I feel happy, I'm going to make you feel happy. And that's the beauty of music. It gives you that ability to express. And the people who feel it in the audience or on a video on YouTube or a recording go, oh God, that's uncomfortable. It'll make them think of something, or that make them feel sad, and it'll make them think of something, and it'll conjure up all those memories, and that's what it is. That's music. It's expression. You've got to express it, and the guitar is a beautiful instrument for that. It really does give you the ability to express stuff. So, and Jeff Buckley once said that you make the best music when you're unconscious to it, which, again, quotes from people like that and John Frusciante and Jimi Hendrix and Peter Green and all that are so perfect because they say it better than I ever could. They really do. And so yeah, so that's what like I said, I wanted to explain a few things here and there. I kind of waffled on for 27 minutes, but actually a bit longer, but because I've had the intro. But I really hope I haven't waffled on too much. I hope I haven't bored you all to tears, and God's sake, Dave, shut up. I hope it's not like that. But a few people have asked me on like what my what does music mean to me, and what are my kind of theories on what do I this, that, and the other. And I thought the only way I can do it really is just yammer on for about half an hour and just have a bit of a chat and just talk whatever comes to mind. Really, this isn't planned. I don't have a script or anything like that. I didn't really have an idea of where I was going to start or where I was going to finish with this. But I really do hope this is this video is being at least somewhat fun. But yeah, but like I say, music and guitar means everything to me. Like I say, it's the reason I feel I'm here in the first place. Being through what I went through, which I'm not going to talk about, and feeling like I had no purpose whatsoever to be here, no reason to be here, no right to be here. As soon as I found the guitar and it started connecting with me, and listening to people like John Frusciante and Jimi Hendrix helped me do that, I felt like it doesn't matter, about what happened. It's going to affect me for the rest of my life, what happened, but it doesn't matter, because through music and through the guitar, it's given me a reason to keep going. This guitar especially is my reason for being here, more than any other guitar I own. This is my best mate. This is my best friend right here. Without this guitar, I don't know if I'd be here. This has helped me so much because it's just given me that perspective. And if I'm not here, I can't play this. And that idea, that concept is more scary to me than anything else. You know, I want to be here. I want to make music. I want to play my guitar, and I want to express myself. And I want the guitar to sound sad when I'm sad. I want it to scream when I can't scream, and all that kind of, you know, stuff. So anyway, I'm getting all emotional now, everybody. But anyway, yeah, yeah. So yeah, music is everything to me. Guitar is everything to me. It's the coolest thing in the world to me. I absolutely love it, and I don't care if it's £5 guitar or a £6,000 guitar or a £19 million guitar. If I can play it and I can emote through it, I am happy. If I can make it do what I feel, then that's everything, you know. And you know, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of a talking one. I say we're about 34 minutes or something like that now with the intro jam and stuff like that. Oddly enough, the intro jam, it wasn't working today. I came up with a couple of ideas and I hated every single one of them. And I got to a point where I got really frustrated in the fact that everything I was playing sounded awful to me. And I was like, I need to stop for a minute. And I went and had something to eat. And I just came back upstairs and the intro jam flowed out. You know, what it is, what it says to you, it's for you. What it says to me is something else. You know, take what you want from music and make it your own. It's for you. You know, at the end of the day, you know, a song that means something to you, that means that song is for you. You know, a guitar solo that means something for you is something that is for you, or a guitar or an amp or whatever. It's all, you know, it's all about you at the end of the day, and what can you do to express what's inside of you, and how do you feel? How can you get your feel across? Like I say, feel is everything in music. Like, you know, you've got to feel the music. You've got to feel the way it moves you. You've got to feel how it moves you, and what is it trying to say, and what do you want it to say? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna burger off now before I bore you all too much to tears. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that's answered kind of like, you know, that kind of thing of like, you know, what music and what the guitar means to me, and you know, what my philosophies on music are. Like I say, I feel like I feel the same as John Frusciante. I feel like it comes from a higher place. You know, I really do feel it comes from somewhere else. It's something is guiding us when we go unconscious to music. There's something guiding us that we are not conscious or aware of, and through that we are able to express the way we feel, or the whatever in the air that at that point. You know, it is what it is, kind of say. So yes, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday for Q&A Wednesday. For more talking. I do apologise. I really hope I haven't bored you all to tears. Yeah, and I'll see you again. Have a great Monday. Have a great morning, afternoon, and good evening. Have a great Tuesday as well. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great one. Goodbye now.